Hello everyone, this is Dean with Angry Engine Games. Today is January 3rd, 2026, and it is day 3 of the Shadowdark 365 challenge I want to do, where I create an asset every day of the year and upload a video about it on its creation. All these assets will be used in a supplement for Shadowdark that I want to create by the end of the year. So let's go ahead and get started and see what random item we're going to be making today. A dungeon room. Okay. So you see we have 119. We did one, I believe, yesterday. So we only have 119 of these left, but we know that there is a dungeon called the Starlight Ruins. Let's see here. Let's go to dungeons. We have the Starlit Ruins, and we know that there's one room in there that has a statue with a goblet in its hand. So we could create another room there, but let's see what it gives us when we look up a dungeon room here. A treasure, hidden treasure. No other dressing, nothing of really of note. So with a treasure, there's going to be some kind of hidden treasure in another room. So let's go ahead and let me pull up. I'm going to go ahead and find my treasure macro here. Let's find it here. Treasure tables. Let's just add this to here. So let's go pull that up. So I have a bunch of tables in here that will allow me to pull up randomized treasure. So let's go ahead. We know that dungeon was low level. That was a 0 to 3 dungeon. So let's go ahead and roll a random treasure from the 0 to 3 to see what we get. So this is just a macro I have, like where it randomizes if they have treasure or not, and then how many of the, and what type of treasure. So it has one treasure in this room. It is something from the 0 to 3 table from the Shadowdark book. So let's go ahead and just click on 0 to 3, if I can find it. Here we go. Copper and gold mead tankard. So this place, this is the second, what is the word? The second drinking vessel in this location if we're using the Starlit Ruins. I like this idea. I say we put the copper tankard next to the fountain and give it a little more detail. So we're going to create the fountain room now. And this fountain room is going to have this copper and gold tankard sitting there, and the people will think that that is what they need to drink out of. Just like we're thinking that the chalice from the hand of the statue can be used to gain some beneficial magical effect from the fountain. Let's go ahead and say that this copper and gold one actually gives you a negative effect that you're not really, it's like almost like a curse. I mean, it is valuable, but it's less valuable. So let's go ahead and open up our Starlight Ruins. From the Starlight Ruins, let's go ahead and 4 rooms. Okay, let's bold this so we know that that is main information. But we have room 1, which has, sorry. Right, so now we're going to do room 2. So this is, we're going to say it's the fountain. drinking liquid in the fountain with the silver chalice gives character a beneficial effect. There is a copper and gold tankard here sitting on the fountain that, if used to drink, spelling things incorrectly here, drink the fluid, gives a harmful effect. I'm not that great of a typist, so. All right, so basically these could be, maybe they only last a day or something like that. Or maybe 1d6 days. I kind of like the idea of it being a little more random what these effects are. So, fluid, beneficial, all my misspellings here. All right, so so let's go fountain effects. Last 1d6 days. Now, since this place, Starlight Ruins, has a lunar kind of vibe to it, right? This hero is worshipped, or was of the night goddess. Silver is the moon. Gold and copper, not so much. So that's why we get the good effect with the silver, bad effect with the copper. And let's go with, let's see here. Also in room 2, the tankard. Gold tankard. Let's give its value here. It's worth what, 20 gold, we said? 20 GP. So what kind of good effects and bad effects? We could just do the same effect. Maybe the silver having something to do with night. And then the other one harming them for 1d6 days, also having to do with night. So let's think about what we can do with the benefit, basically the blessing or the bane that will come from drinking from either of these two cups. Now the cups can be taken away from this place, and then no one would be able to use the fountain. Or they can be, brought back anytime they want and use them if they're in the area, that kind of thing. So we want it to be a decent, beneficial effect and a bad bane effect if we can. So let's go ahead and think about it. Let me go ahead and roll. I want to roll on prompt and see what comes up. All wisdom. Okay, so obviously we could make the I like, since this is the night goddess, maybe we can even incorporate something with lycanthropy. Maybe the bane sends you the next night, sends you on or you transform into some kind of weird creature, Kind of like that. And then maybe the good benefit is the same, except you keep your wits about you. In other words, one turns you into an intelligent were creature, and the other one turns you into a raving monster. We could the Starlit Ruins, or we could even change that from Starlit to the something with the Lunar Ruins or something. So, but that's an idea I'm thinking about. Let me think on that one. Um, Lycanthropy might be something. Maybe for the next D6 days, you cannot be surprised during the night. I kind of like that too. Let's go with ideas here. Ideas. Ideas. Ideas for blessing. Cannot be surprised during the night. Ideas for Bane. Let's think about disadvantage in the sunlight. I like that. Disadvantage in bright light. Those could be really simple. Let's also look at the lycanthropy one. Let's put these down. We'll flesh this out down the road, but I think these work, right? So we know that the fountain has to do with the moon or the sun or the stars. So it has to do with night. It has something to do with the night goddess. So uh, these two that are right there could be kind of neat to use. Possible. We'll put possible. Uh, Theme. We'll just put possible lycanthropy theme. I spelled that wrong. Doesn't know what it is. Maybe I think it's LY, right? Oh, there's no N. Lycanthropy. There we go. All right, so possible lycanthropy theme. We'll look back at that, but I want to now we know there's only 4 rooms here, so let's go ahead and separate these a bit so we know. Once we have the 4 rooms done, we'll then develop this dungeon in more detail. And in a future video, I will show you a map of it. I mean, I'm not going to might make a video of a map of it, but like we'll do the map, we'll do the key locations, that kind of stuff. So, but we have now the Starlit Ruins room 2, which is the fountain itself, and its effects. So let's go ahead and I think that should do it for today. And as we go further down the road, we pull up something else. Oh, I forgot. I need to change the chance of dungeon rooms to go down. So let's go from 119 to 118 and save it. So next time we will not have as much of a chance to get dungeon room again. And since dungeon room has such a large number of the weight of the table, it's going to come up a lot. So that being said, once we start developing more and more dungeon rooms, that chance will go down, and we'll start seeing other things like classes or spells, monsters, you name it. So, all right, if you guys want to look at what is in there, just in I don't know if you guys saw it before. So I got monsters 30, spells 30, magic items 20, 10 classes, 30 NPCs, 20 traps, map locations for on the surface of the hex map, dungeon rooms, area rumors, factions. We created a faction on, I think, on the first day, and then adventure hooks 20. So once we get as we proceed, numbers will go down as we get closer to the end of the year. If you have any questions, any comments, put them below. I'll try to reach out and respond to everyone that posts. Thanks, and have a good one, guys.